everyone, welcome back to another speed build. Thank you so much for coming to watch this video today. We're taking a break this week from my fantasy save file so I could bring you something I don't think I've ever done on this channel before. Maybe once. I think I did a base game only starter home one time. So it was a very small home and it was a very long time ago. So to me, this is really my first official base game only build. So not only is it a base game only build, but it's also part of a collab and is the whole thing is a base game only save file. So it's being put together by Lost in Simland. And if you have been watching my channel for a while, then you've probably heard me talk about her before. This is the third save file collaboration that she has put together, and I've had the honor to be included in all of them. So if you're interested in seeing the save files in their full completion, I will link all of her info down in the description box so that you can go and check them out and also download them if you want to. So this is a community lot, which I have to say, I always forget how much I enjoy working on community lots until I actually do them. I think a lot of this is because when you're furnishing a house, sometimes it could become really repetitive of, okay, now I need to do a bathroom, now I need to do a kitchen, and so on and so forth. And I feel with a community lot, there tends to be a lot more freedom. You don't need to do all those things, obviously. You do need to meet the requirements for the lot that you're working on, but it's not so limiting, and it's just nice to switch it up once in a while. So like I said, I really enjoy doing this. So not only is the theme of this collab base game, but the entire save file is done in a Victorian style, which works amazingly well with the items that you're given in base game. There's a lot of furniture and things like that that fit well with this theme. So I've seen some of the creations this morning already, and they're so beautiful. Everything's on Instagram. If you guys want to check them out, I'll leave the hashtag. It's Lost in Base Game Collab, but I'll leave everything in the description box if you guys want to see it. If you're on Instagram, it's a great way to get connected with your community. Also, if you're not on there already, there's so many people on there. You'd be surprised how many people are actually on there, and not just people that do YouTube. There's just people on there that like to build in The Sims or like to make Sims themselves or make machinimas and things like that. And you could really find a lot of great people on there. So I highly recommend it. I always do. But anyways, this build is a community pool, and I took my inspiration for this from old bathhouses in Budapest, and that was actually on Lost in Simland's recommendation. When I first decided on doing the community pool, I wasn't really sure what direction to take it to make it sort of fit in with the rest of the collab, and she suggested looking at bathhouses in Budapest, and I did, and they're so beautiful. There's a lot of exterior ones, but there's also a lot of interior shots that I found that were really beautiful. And most of the inspiration pictures that I found were two-story with this big open middle, two-story obviously, and glass roofing. I thought this looked so beautiful, and I thought it really did fit in well with the rest of the collab. And it's just, there's a lot of like different sections with pillars and different lounge chair areas. So I wanted that to be a part of it. And that's what I did when I furnished. I made a lot of different lounging areas to keep them sort of separated and private from each other. So when the Sims went there, it was sort of like you can have your own area to sit in. So I wanted there to be, table and chairs and lounge chairs, and I put some chess tables there as well, and just some things so there's more than one activity to do there. And I actually included a little room that I put some workout equipment in. So, and that has a separate entrance from the pool. So it's sort of like separated from it, but it's still in the same building. And I struggled a lot with the landscaping for this build, and I ended up cutting out all of my mistakes when I was editing my video, because I restarted this 2 or 3 times before I finally settled on something. And this is probably the most simple landscaping I've ever done. At first, when I started it, I was using a lot of different colors and different flowers, and I have to say there is a lot of beautiful base game flowers, especially in debug too. There's a lot of nice stuff, but the ones that I used, I use them all the time in regular builds, but I really like the way that they look together. And once I put them there and it was just the two colors that I decided on, the blue and the white, I just thought it looked so pretty, and I thought it really highlighted the build itself, and it didn't make it too overwhelming because the build is basically all white except for the, blue in the windows. And so I really wanted that to sort of reflect in the landscaping, but like I said, not be too overwhelming. And the reason I was having such a hard time, I think, with the landscaping is because part of the theme of this collab is this is a Victorian style collab, but the idea is that everybody has these award-winning gardens, and the Duchess of the community is a gardener, obviously, and every year they give out an award for the best garden. And so because I did a community lot, obviously it's not part of the award ceremony or whatever, but I still wanted it to fit in, like I said, and I wanted it to still feel like it was just as beautiful as everybody else's. So the interior, I wanted to keep it very classic with a lot of white, and I wanted it to sort of look like a country club and more of like this upscale exclusive place that your Sims can come to hang out. So I kept most of the furniture very simplistic, and the most challenging part of this build honestly was figuring out what windows to use, because my son is screaming, I'm sorry. But the one thing that I will say with base game is that I think the windows are really lacking. I'm happy with the ones that I chose, but they don't come in they come in like, I think 4 swatches, and I think all of them are multicolor swatches. I don't think they have an all white one. I think it's the one that I used, and I think they have like a white and brown one. I don't know, but the base game could definitely use some new windows, but I'm happy with what I finally decided on. Another thing that I cut out of the recording was at the end when I was filming my tour, I wanted to play test and my Sims wouldn't go to the second floor. And I made 2 Sims for this build. Even though it's a community lot, I wanted to take some photos of them in the lot. And also Lost in Simland ran a cast challenge for base game so that she could fill the save file, and that when people download it, they have Sims already in the save file. So I wanted to be a part of that. So I made Sims and I tried to get them to go up the stairs, and they weren't going upstairs. And I'm like, what is going on? What's blocking the stairs? And then I realized that I didn't add any stairs. So luckily I left room in the entrance hall, so I added them in at the end. So I promise everything is fully functional. There is a way to get up the stairs, but you just don't see it in the video. There is a playlist that Alice put together. Alice is Lost in Simland. I feel so weird just calling her Lost in Simland over and over again. But she did put a playlist together of all the videos that were created for this collab. So if you want to see the other builds, I will link it all in the description box as well. And I will link it also at the end of this video so that you can just click it there if you want to see it. All of the builds that are involved are CC free, and they are also on the gallery. And I worked with so many amazing, talented people. Everybody's so kind and just so deserving of recognition of what they did. So please go and check out the playlist and the hashtag. As always, if you guys enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and let me know what you guys think. If you want to leave a comment, I always love to hear from you. I will be back on Tuesday with the next build for my fantasy save file. The build is going to be the Enchanted Forest, which will be the community lot for the, I guess it's a park. I'm making it a park and meeting all the requirements for a park, but it's an enchanted forest for the save file. So that's coming, like I said, on Tuesday. So keep your eye out for that. And I hope you all have a great day. Bye.